Kethevane, a very conciliatory, not surprisingly, message to the European Parliament there from Volodymyr Zelensky, talking live from Kyiv.
Yes, there were two aspects to what he said. There was the thanking of the Europeans for their support all through those years. He talked at the very beginning, he said, we do feel that many Europeans care about what is happening, care about Ukraine. He really repeated over and over again how he was thankful for the support of the Europeans throughout those years, whether it was financial aid, military aid, and the fact that they never wavered even in the face of Russian aggression. And he insisted on the fact that that was one of the great achievements of the Europeans, this unity in supporting Ukraine from the beginning till now. And he insisted that they needed to be as determined right now as they were back when that full-scale invasion started. He also, in thanking Europe, also attacked the Russians. You mentioned that line that was pretty strong about Putin being a war itself. And he said that those who choose to support Vladimir Putin are choosing war. He also insisted that Russia had been showing contempt for Europe, that the attacks on Ukraine were also attacks on Europe, on Europe's way of life, on European principles, the fundamental values of Europe. But there was still, as Volodymyr Zelensky does often, asking for more, asking to continue that support, asking to continue the sanctions against Russia, asking to continue and increase security guarantees. He said those were crucial. Continue with the financial aid. We've been discussing that 90 billion euro loan. He said that that would be very important for the Ukrainians, and also this idea of giving a clear date to Ukraine as to when it would be able to join the European Union, saying if there is no date, Russia will try to block Ukraine and he will try to divide you. So a sort of love letter of for thanking Europe for its support, but also saying you cannot stop here. You've done so much for us for these past 4 years, but we need you to do more.
Where he perhaps chose his words a little bit more carefully was when he talked about the US. He admitted, didn't it, it's not easy to maintain the transatlantic link.
Yes, he said two things that were very important when it comes to the United States. When he was talking about how he believed that Europe needed to keep being as united and as determined as they were on the first day, and he added a line. He said, not only together Europeans, but also, yes, with America, because there's a lot of talk about how Europe moves forward. Do they have to do without American support and simply go and do it alone, or do they have to hold on to that American support, the transatlantic alliance? And Volodymyr Zelensky acknowledged, he said it will not be an easy task to maintain that transatlantic relation in this context, in this geopolitical context, given all those challenges. So a very subtle way to talk about the changes in the U.S. support for Ukraine, the U.S. support for the transatlantic alliance. So a message there to the Europeans that you need to do more. You need still, yes, the United States. And yes, it's going to be complicated because with Donald Trump, though he never named him, he insisted that basically you could not go it alone. You could not do it without the United States, no matter how the United States has changed over these past few years. So a very subtle hint at the situation with the Americans without directly criticizing anything from the U.S., because he knows, as the Europeans know, that the U.S. support is still very much crucial at this point.
Kethevane, thanks very much. Kethevane Gorjestani, International Affairs Editor, as you saw there, those